guys, I just wanted to take a moment and show you what some of the tools and accessibility options look like from a student perspective in Mastery Connect. So I'm going to start with the text-to-speech option that is enabled per student, and that is this little guy up here in the top left, and the students can grab it by the handle and move it. It will play the text from the beginning or wherever you are when you stop. That's where I was. You can stop or pause it, and resume, or you can stop it completely and start over. You can use the little finger to choose a specific place to start reading. Okay, and you can collapse it. So that's the text-to-speech. Over here on the right, these top three are available to everybody, no matter whether you enable them or not. You don't have to do that. Full screen, anybody can go full screen. That's nice for students on our little tiny Chromebooks. The review option is awesome because you can sort by the unattempted or skipped items. When a student tries to submit their test, it will warn them if they have items that they've skipped, but they might have trouble finding it. So this is a way that they can find it quickly. If you have enabled the flag feature, then they will also be able to sort that way. And I will show you what that looks like in just a moment. Now, the accessibility panel here, they can choose one of the color schemes. I don't see any difference really. The font size, I like it huge because, again, on a small screen, it's really hard to see sometimes. And then they have the zoom tools, which is really just the shortcuts to do what is happening over here in your browser. But if they're in a lockdown browser, they would need the shortcuts to be able to zoom in and out. All right, so here's where you flag an item if you turn that on for them. Everything below here has to be turned on. So if we flag an item, then you can see when we review that shows up as a flag, and they can sort then by the flagged items and jump straight to that item by clicking on it. There is a notepad, so they can type, do a brain dump, whatever. They can resize that, move it all around. There's also a line reader. And by the way, a lot of these can be closed in two ways. They can either be closed by the thing in the corner, or they can be, you can just reselect the same button over here to close it. This just lets students focus on the line that they want to read one at a time. We have the strike-through option so that they can kind of eliminate answers they know are wrong. And so they just click on an answer to choose it. Oh, I've already chosen that answer. That's why it didn't let me strike it out. Okay. The next thing is the draw feature. They have a pencil and an eraser. They have multiple colors, and they can turn this little dot grid. I don't know how well you can see that on the video, but there is a dot grid behind this, and they can turn that on and off depending on what they want. But this allows them to draw a little sketch of something maybe that they can use, and then they can erase part of it. The next button down is to would let them hide it. Now they can exit the drawing mode. That leaves the thing here. But if they're out of the drawing mode, they can hide that drawing, and then they can show it again if they want to. They can also do a sticky note, very similar to the notepad, just a little bit smaller and less range of motion back and forth, and they can resize it only that way. They can minimize it and get it out of the way if they want. There's a calculator. There's actually one of three calculators. You can choose basic, extended, or scientific, if that's helpful for the particular problem. And there's also a ruler and a protractor, which are similar. The ruler, there's like 4 different choices maybe for a ruler, and they just grab it by the yellow handle and spin it around. Same with the protractor, and they can drag these wherever they need it to measure what's on the screen. So that's it for the accessibility options. I hope that helps you kind of visualize what your students are seeing in Mastery Connect.